Hi, and welcome to Scribe Tutorials. Today I'm going to walk you through setting up an InDesign file for typesetting using the well-formed document workflow. We'll start with an InDesign tag text, or IDTT file, that's been converted from a Word file using the Digital Hub. First, flow in your text by going to File, and then Place, and choosing your IDTT file. You can also just use the shortcut Command and D. In a good template, you should have most of your styles already set up in your file, as we have here. To flow in the rest of your text, add a blank body page from your master pages. Click on the red plus sign in the bottom right-hand corner of your last text box, then hold down Shift and click into the text area of the adjacent page. This will flow your text throughout the rest of the document. If you have any styles that weren't already defined in your template, these will appear at the bottom of your style sheet. So go to your paragraph styles and scroll all the way down to the bottom to see if we have any missing styles. Missing styles will appear with the little icon next to them. To define a missing style, right-click on the style name and choose to edit that style. The new style is a variation on an already defined style. The easiest way to define the new style is to base it on the pre-existing style. In this case, I am just going to base BQS on BQF, which is a block quote first. So here, the only thing that we'll really need to do is to go into our indents and spacing, copy the space before, and then paste that into the space after. Now we'll click OK, and we've defined that style. If you have an entirely new style, like say the author added a dedication at first pages, then you would just want to make sure that you define that style based on the aesthetic of the styles around it. Once all of our styles have been defined, there are two scribe tools that you want to run before you get into the actual typesetting process. The first is the rebreak URL tools. So go to Scribe Tools, URLs and Linking, and click on Rebreak URLs. This brings up a menu where you can choose whether or not to apply the URL character style and whether you want to break before or after forward slashes. I'm just going to leave this as is and choose to break after slashes as is Scribe standard. This tool went through our document and found any text that followed a URL pattern. It then applied no break to the entire URL and then put in discretionary breaks wherever that URL should be allowed to break. It will base that on our settings and CMS standards. Now, if I look for that URL character style, I've turned this red actually so that we can see it a little bit better. And now, if I zoom in, you should see these little blue lines where the URL is allowed to break. These are the discretionary breaks. And now I'll zoom back out and we can take a look at the next tool. The other tool that we would want to run at this time is Apply Breaking Rules. This finds certain patterns and phrases we want to keep together. So go to Scribe Tools, Typesetting Adjustments, and Apply Breaking Rules. This will bring up a little menu for us that has a lot of different options, but what it essentially does is that it applies intelligent breaking rules throughout your InDesign file. In the available options, you can choose as many or as few as you'd like. Some of these include preventing breaks in special phrases such as World War II, or you might want to prevent breaks around single bracketed letters in a quote. Once you've selected all the options that you need, click on OK and the tool will run through the file and add no break or non-breaking spaces as needed. Once both of these tools have been run, you should be all set to get started with the rest of your typeset. This video was recorded on August 27, 2020. For the latest instructions, updates, and well-formed document workflow tips, go to scribenet.com. Thanks for watching, and check out our other videos for more tips to make the publishing process a little bit easier.